Alright, this is the Uber data breach video for ISI 429. And background information on this is in October of 2016, it started at the software repository GitHub, a place where developers can go to host and review other people's codes. Initially, the two hackers, only got names, email addresses, and phone numbers. They did not get credit card or social security number. For about 600,000 US drivers, the hackers obtained the driver's license numbers. And for about a year, Uber kept a massive breach of 57 million users and their driver account a secret for a year. So, how did it first happen? Like I said from the previous slide, it started at the software repository at GitHub. But initially, that the hackers found username and passwords to access the Uber user data stored on the Amazon server there. So the Uber was initially careless and left important credentials in the source codes, giving the hackers easy access to the information on the servers. So what did Uber do? Nothing, really. They decided to keep quiet for almost a year, and they paid a hush money, or they put it under as bug bounty, of $100,000 to the hackers to destroy the information that they've acquired. Now, Uber did break a lot of laws with that, but in a lot of the articles, they mostly mentioned that they failed to comply with the security breach notification laws, which required the companies to disclose when hackers access private information. Usually, a company, depending on which state, have a 6 to 8 week period to disclose the information to the public regarding data breaches, and they failed. So, what happened for them is that they were hit with class action lawsuits. They were hit with massive fines for failing to disclose the information to the public about the breach in a timely manner, and they offered credit monitoring and identity theft protection services, and they fired their two employees within the security department, mainly the chief security officer. And this was not just in the US, this took place also in the UK and also around the world. This breach affected, so they were also hit with also whatever the rules were in other countries. But what is IT professionals can take away from this is that don't cover up the breach anytime there's a data breach. It makes things way worse. Announce to the public about the situation once you got an idea what went wrong and what they were after. Address the public in a timely manner. And make sure that the policies for the company are in line with security breach notification laws. Not just here in the US, but also around the world, so that you can respond and recover from the breach. And for the employees, don't put your username and passwords into the source codes and then publish them online, putting the company and consumers at risk. Now, some of the ethics that you can say from the Uber situation was, if you were to talk about the virtue ethics, was this good of the individual to do this? Was it right for them to do that? No. And the utilitarianism, was this the greater good of all? They thought at the time that they were doing the right thing by keeping quiet, but in reality they were doing the opposite. You were doing more harm than good. And deontology would say, if what happened if this happened to you, how would you feel? And how would you respond from this?